Hello everyone. I'm in my trusty recliner here to give you an update on my PET scan and my appointment with my oncologist today. So I'll break to the good news, which is that it appears there is only cancer in my liver. So praise God, because that is what we've all been praying for, that it would be contained in the liver. There was a note on the PET scan, kind of a cautionary note that there was a spot of uptake with the contrast in my pelvic area of my colon at the site. It's called the site of anastomosis, but it's the surgical site where they reconnected my colon. So that could be inflammation from healing. But if if they need to know if that's cancer or not, then they'll have to do an endoscopy to find out. But I'm hoping that, the radiologists somewhere else read it and say that it's nothing to be worried about. Even still, there's no cancer in my lungs, no cancer in my lymph nodes, no cancer in my bones, and no metastasis anywhere else in my abdomen, chin to knees. So praise God for that. That's huge answered prayer. My oncologist is going to confer with my surgeon at Cleveland Clinic. This will actually be the first time that they talk directly. So I've asked her to talk directly to him about next steps. She's going to ask him about doing an ablation on those 3 spots, resection on those 3 spots. So ablation is burning them, resecting them is scooping them out with clear margins. She's also going to ask him about Y90, which is radiation. It is actually radiation beads that are targeted to the liver that they insert into the tumors themselves, and the HAI pump, which is the liver chemo pump that we talked about before. So if he, for some reason, can't do any of those things, then she will do chemo for me. That's what she has in her toolbox as an oncologist. She has chemo. As a surgeon, he has liver-directed therapies that can be done. It's possible we could do histotripsy, but she said if we do surgery, then she would test my DNA 6 weeks later, and if that came back negative, we would just move into like watch and wait mode. And if it came back positive, we would look at getting started on some chemotherapy. So next items of prayer are for the meetings that I have with my surgeon and then my oncologist talking to my surgeon, that God would provide a clear path of treatment and that we would be able to execute it quickly, because time is ticking and we've been waiting. So I am having some fatigue and some pain, but pain meds are helping immensely. They just make me feel really drugged and really tired. So prayers for that. So thank you all for praying and for your support, and I will keep you posted on any other news.